Hello everyone. Welcome to NeoEnglish, your podcast for learning English through real news stories. Today, we'll talk about a very interesting story, new councillor Andrew Hamilton Gray revealed as sacked policeman.
This story has a lot of useful words and phrases, and will explain everything in simple English. Let's get started with the main idea.
The news is about Andrew Hamilton Gray. He is newly elected as a councillor, which means he was chosen to help make decisions for his local area, Loughborough. A councillor is like a member of a team that helps run a town or a city.
Yes, and Andrew Hamilton Gray won the seat for the Reform Party. Won a seat means he was chosen by people voting in an election. If you win a seat, you get a position in the government. For example, Maria won a seat in the student council. Or, John won a seat in Parliament.
Right. He got almost 40% of the vote, which means nearly 4 out of 10 people voted for him.
Now, here comes the interesting part. It was revealed that Andrew Hamilton Gray was a sacked policeman. Let's explain sacked.
Sacked means someone was fired or lost their job, usually for doing something wrong or not doing their job well. For example, he was sacked for always being late, or she was sacked because she broke the rules at work.
So, a sacked policeman means Hamilton Gray used to be a police officer, but he lost his job.
Many people were surprised to learn this after he was elected. That's why the story is in the news.
His job now is very different. He works in business. On his LinkedIn page, which is a website for job information, he says he is a consultant.
A consultant is someone who gives advice to other businesses. Consultants help companies do better work or solve problems. For example, Sarah is a consultant for restaurants. She gives advice on how to get more customers, or David is an IT consultant. He helps companies with their computers.
His LinkedIn profile says he advises high-end dealerships in the luxury car market. This means he helps expensive car shops that sell luxury cars. High-end means very good quality and very expensive.
So, a high-end dealership is a place that sells very expensive cars like Porsche or Mercedes-Benz. For example, he works at a high-end dealership. They only sell luxury cars. Or, I visited a high-end watch shop. Everything was very expensive.
It also says Hamilton Gray has over 13 years experience in this industry. Over 13 years experience means he has worked for more than 13 years. You can use it like, she has over 10 years experience in teaching English, or he has over 20 years experience as a doctor.
To sum it up, Andrew Hamilton Gray is a new councillor. He used to be a police officer but was sacked. Now, he works as a consultant, helping high-end luxury car dealerships, and has over 13 years of experience in this business.
Let's go over some new words and phrases. Councillor, someone in the local government. Won a seat, which means to win an election. Sacked is to lose your job. Consultant, someone who gives advice. High-end, which means very expensive and good quality. And finally, over 13 years experience, meaning more than 13 years in one job.
Here is the story again, in another way. Andrew Hamilton Gray is now a councillor in Loughborough. He won his position with almost 40% of people voting for him. After he won, people found out he used to be a police officer but lost that job. He was sacked. Today, he works as a consultant, advising expensive car dealerships. He has more than 13 years of experience in the car business.
If you want to talk about this news in English, you can say, "Did you hear about the new councillor, Andrew Hamilton Gray? He used to be a police officer, but he was sacked. Now he works with luxury car dealerships as a consultant, and he has a lot of experience."
That's all for today's story. If you want to learn English with real news every day, don't forget to subscribe to NeoEnglish.
See you next time. Keep practicing, and you'll be talking about the news in English very soon.